Hey, hi! So, how's the excitement for the new year coming along? Well, we are excited too. But we did realize there's a lot that happened in 2022 that needs a quick recap before we start with the events that will unfold in the coming new year 2023. What? But how can we even cover the whole year in one video? Yes, we can. So without further ado, let's hurry up since the new year is right around the corner. In this video, we will give you a quick revision of 2022. This is a 2022 yearly recap. January started off with the COVID chills coming back into the picture. While the world was wrapping its head around the new symptoms, Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes was found guilty of defrauding investors in the blood testing company and was sentenced to 11 years in prison.
We've made it possible to eliminate the tubes and tubes of blood.
Inflation increased and the Omicron variant spread as quickly as rumors in the neighborhood, causing a mild illness to even vaccinated people. Well, it was a shaky start. February was quite a volatile month for global politics. It started with the National Archives retrieving 15 boxes of documents from Donald Trump's Florida residence, including some classified government records. The month went on to witness the horrific tragedy of Russia invading Ukraine. The Russian missiles and airstrikes hit Ukraine's capital Kyiv and more than a dozen other cities minutes after the Russian leader Vladimir Putin announced the invasion.
Мною принято решение о проведении специальной военной операции.
The US and its allies imposed stiff sanctions on Russia, with more rounds to follow, aiming to cut off the Russian economy from much of the world. March was a continuation of Feb for the Russia-Ukraine tension, as the Russian forces, frustrated with plans for a quick victory in Ukraine, started targeting civilian areas. The US oil prices reached above $110 a barrel for the first time since 2011.
That's a lot of money and it's way too expensive.
As the war in Ukraine started to scramble the world's oil flow. And there was the legendary Hollywood drama with Will Smith striking Chris Rock on stage at the Oscars shortly before winning the Best Actor award.
I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow.
The Motion Pictures Academy ended up banning him from attending Oscar ceremonies for 10 years. That was an expensive slap for sure.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
April was not a great month for manufacturers as they were struggling to keep some of their China operations going as COVID-19 lockdowns choked off supplies and clogged up truck routes and ports. On the Ukraine-Russia front, the Moskva, the flagship of Russia's Black Sea Fleet, sank after what the Ukrainian military called a missile strike on the vessel. Tesla hit a record with $3.3 billion quarterly profit and said it could increase vehicle output more than expected despite the supply chain disruptions. The deal of the year got a kickoff as Twitter accepted a bid from Elon Musk, who has clashed with the company to acquire it for $44 billion. If only I could also buy some fast food joint that easily. Ugh, dreams. Anyways, May saw President Biden sign a bill requiring federal judges and Supreme Court justices to make a more timely and accessible disclosure of their financial holdings and potential conflict of interest. There was a mass shooting in Buffalo where a gunman killed 10 people and wounded 3 others in a possible hate crime. 11 of those shot were black.
airport.
When I first saw him shooting, he shot a woman, he shot a deacon, he shot another woman.
May was a blatantly violent month with the Texas school shooting, where an 18-year-old man killed 19 students and 2 adults in an elementary school in Texas before being killed by the law enforcement.
As soon as he made entry into the school, he started shooting children, teachers, whoever was in his way, he was shooting everybody.
The summer of June was not the best for the crypto party. Since Bitcoin peaked in November 2021, about 2 trillion of cryptocurrency value, more than 2/3 of all the crypto that existed, had been erased, and the industry witnessed losses and layoffs.
Some work, some don't. The ones that don't, the learnings play out in public. It's pretty much a feature, not a bug of crypto. It's just that we have to go through these teething pains now.
It was a controversial month, with the Supreme Court eliminating the constitutional right to abortion, overruling the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision and leaving the question of abortion's legality to the states.
But the United States, having such a conservative Supreme Court, they are literally taking all our rights away. As a young woman, I have always had the opportunity to have a choice for my body. Now my daughter, should she come to America, will no longer have that choice. I find it heartbreaking.
July began with Boris Johnson claiming to resign as the UK's Prime Minister after rebellion in his party over a string of scandals.
I know that there will be many people who are relieved and perhaps quite a few who will also be disappointed. And I want you to know how sad I am to be giving up the best job in the world.
Meanwhile, the US consumer inflation accelerated to 9.1% in June, a 40-year high. China's GDP slowed down due to the COVID shutdown. Russia and Ukraine agreed to resume exports of millions of tons of Ukrainian grain via the Black Sea for the first time since the Russian invasion, as the deal aimed at preventing a global food crisis. The month ended with a US drone strike in Afghanistan, killing Ayman al-Zawahri, a strategist behind the September 11, 2001 attacks.
The United States successfully concluded an airstrike in Kabul, Afghanistan that killed the emir of Al-Qaeda, Ayman al-Zawahri. We make it clear again tonight that no matter how long it takes, no matter where you hide, if you are a threat to our people, the United States will find you and take you out.
Next up in August, the economy regained the 22 million positions lost early in the pandemic. The FBI agents spent their August searching former President Donald Trump's home in Florida as a part of an investigation into Mr. Trump's handling of sensitive documents. There were a record number of migrants being arrested while crossing the US border from Mexico, with a sustained surge of people from across Latin America seeking asylum or work in the US. Pakistan faced massive floods due to heavy monsoon rains that affected millions of people there, killing more than 1,000 people and worsening the already struggling economy of the nation.
My neighbors' children were swept away by the floods. We've all suffered great losses. The water is 3 to 6 meters high.
September had a lot going on, but the highlight of the month was the death of Queen Elizabeth II.
Buckingham Palace has announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Britain's longest-serving monarch, who died at 96 after 7 decades on the throne, and following her, her son Charles became the king. On another side, there was Russia indefinitely suspending natural gas flows to Europe via the Nord Stream pipeline. Some political drama. Another major event was the arrest in Iran over Mahsa Amini's death after a dress code arrest, since the morality police claimed her hijab was not properly tied. The protest further became a broader movement seeking an end to the country's system of Islamic governance.
The only country that enforced hijab on women, it's Iran and Afghanistan under Taliban. Because compulsory hijab is the main pillar of religious dictatorship. It's the most visible symbol of a gender apartheid regime.
Back in the UK, the country was in disarray as the government of new Prime Minister Liz Truss unveiled big tax cuts and new spendings to spur growth. But the plan sparked a financial market crisis that led to emergency intervention by the Bank of England. So the country was struggling with a lot more than their monarch's death.
I have acted decisively today because my priority is ensuring our country's economic stability.
October started fun for those convicted of marijuana possession, as President Biden said he will pardon thousands of such people under federal law.
No one should be in jail just for using or possessing marijuana. It's already legal in many states.
You mean we're smoking dog shit, man? Get your eye on.
Russia unleashed its biggest barrage of strikes on Ukraine since the early days of the war. Meanwhile, in China, Xi Jinping claimed his third term as China's leader, with his rivals out of the way and no clear successor in sight, signaling greater state control over the world's second largest economy after the US. October was revolutionary for colored people across the globe as Rishi Sunak, a man of Indian descent, pledged as the Prime Minister of the former colonizer of the United Kingdom.
I am humbled and honoured to be elected as leader, to be able to serve the party I love and give back to the country I owe so much to.
And to end the month, Elon Musk finally closed off on his on-again, off-again purchase of Twitter and began his reign by firing the company's top executives.
We're all about to get fired from Twitter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
November was the month of Benjamin Netanyahu's political comeback with a decisive victory in Israel's fifth election in under 4 years. It was also a month of crypto collapse as the cryptocurrency platform FTX filed for bankruptcy protection, a swift demise for a company formerly seen as a trusted platform. The month witnessed its share of tragedy with mass shootings at the University of Virginia and a gay nightclub in Colorado Springs. China, on the other end, had protests erupting in its major cities over President Xi's zero-tolerance approach to COVID-19. It was more like, you're infected, you're doomed. And coming to December 2022, we saw the G7 nations set a price cap of $60 a barrel on Russian oil, an unprecedented sanction on one of the world's largest oil producers months after its invasion of Ukraine. Former President Trump's family business was convicted of criminal tax fraud while he went ahead and announced his candidature for the presidential run in 2024. A positive note to the year was given by President Biden as he signed a bill that gives federal recognition to same-sex and interracial marriages. And to top off the eventful year, Argentina won the FIFA World Cup as it defeated France in a game of wild swings, giving the superstar Messi one major trophy that had eluded him for long. While there are still a few days left for the year to end, we are super psyched to see what 2023 has in store for us. And while you are viewing this video, let us know what more was the highlight of your 2022. And what if I ask you for an early New Year's gift? Well, it's simple, but would mean the world to us. It's your support and love. You know how to convey it to us, right? Comment down your views, like our videos, subscribe to our channel, share them with fellow enthusiasts. And until we meet next and open the new fresh chapter of a fresh year, stay curious, stay awesome. Wishing you an amazing and magical year ahead. Volt of Vokes, signing off.